first flying bike, and it just hit the market in Japan.
Elon Musk, who just made a surprise visit to Beijing to meet officials.
It's good to see electric vehicles making progress in China.
A mysterious machine has captured the world's imagination. A rumored $2,000 flying scooter from Japan.
The world's first flying bike hitting the market, right now only available in Japan.
Could it transform daily travel, or is it all speculation?
Oh my God.
In an age where traffic snarls dominate our lives, this futuristic vehicle promises to slip the bounds of roads.
Like I'm literally like 15 years old and I just got out of Star Wars and I jumped on their bike. I mean, it's awesome.
Ready to explore this airborne revolution?
What conditions would need to exist in order to consider an entry into the U.S. market?
That's a good question.
The rumor, whispers of a groundbreaking flying scooter, first appeared in tech forums, teasing a sleek prototype with vertical takeoff, a portable frame, and a price tag of just $2,000. Allegedly linked to the well-known manufacturer BYD, this concept suggested that personal aerial travel might be on the verge of becoming mainstream. Reports hinted that early testing could be happening in Japan, where dense cities make ground vehicles crawl during rush hour. Some outlets speculated the scooter would use electric propulsion, allowing it to quietly slip above gridlock. As the rumors spread, enthusiasts debated whether such an affordable craft could realistically take flight. Hype soared, but official details remained elusive. The birth of Cyberfold. Within these rumors, one name kept surfacing: Cyberfold. While not confirmed by BYD itself, insiders claimed that Cyberfold referred to the new flying scooter's potential model or code name. Talk of a futuristic design, reminiscent of next-generation electric bikes, but with the ability to hover, sparked intense curiosity. Online leaks described a compact frame supported by propellers for vertical takeoff. Allegedly, the same engineering prowess behind electric cars might be fueling this ambitious plan. Though no official press release surfaced, fans of innovative mobility latched onto any scrap of information. They pictured a scooter that not only folded neatly, but also soared elegantly into the sky, bypassing traffic altogether. Could this be urban transport's next leap? Shifting toward practicality. For years, flying cars and hoverboards seemed like science fiction, seen only in glossy concept art. That began to change as drones and electric vehicles advanced, pushing the boundaries of short-range flight. Many early personal eVTOL prototypes cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, aiming at wealthy buyers or specialized applications. Then came the rumored $2,000 Cyberfold concept, flipping expectations. Instead of fancy luxury or supercar performance, it supposedly focused on practicality, portability, and affordability. Its proposed target was regular commuters tired of road congestion, not just adventurous thrill seekers. This hint at mass market potential ignited excitement. If a simple, budget-friendly flight device existed, would city dwellers finally be free from endless lines of traffic? Vertical takeoff advantage. At the heart of flying scooters lies one game-changing feature: vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL. Instead of requiring a runway or specialized launch track, these devices can lift straight up, hovering like a helicopter. In a world where space is premium, especially in Japan's crowded cities, VTOL technology seems ideal. It promises the freedom to soar above jammed roads and land practically anywhere with enough safe clearance. Early prototypes from various companies have demonstrated vertical lift using propellers at each corner, enabling stable hover and agile maneuvering. Should Cyberfold truly exist, harnessing VTOL would be a logical step. It would grant riders an unprecedented commuting solution, erasing congestion by making the skies their personal roadway. The Samsung battery. Speculation points to a Samsung-developed lithium-ion pack powering this rumored scooter. Samsung's expertise in energy storage has already influenced electric cars, e-bikes, and consumer electronics. In principle, a 72-volt, 60-ampere-hour battery might fit snugly within Cyberfold's lightweight frame, delivering a robust power output. Such a setup could, in theory, provide enough thrust to keep a small vehicle aloft, while also fueling ground movement in scooter mode. If actual flight is feasible, this battery pack would supply consistent energy for propeller lift. Urban commutes often range 10 to 30 miles, making the rumored 150-kilometer total range remarkable, if real. Fans see Samsung's cutting-edge cells as a key ingredient to the scooter's entire concept. Cooling and BMS system. In any powerful electric vehicle, battery temperature is a pressing concern. Flights demand high, continuous output, risking overheating. That's why rumors suggest Cyberfold might feature an advanced battery management system, BMS, plus a multifaceted cooling mechanism. The BMS would regulate charging and discharging, ensuring cells remain within safe voltage levels. Meanwhile, a fusion of air ducts and liquid cooling, similar to systems used in performance EVs, could maintain optimal battery temperature during extended flights. These steps aim to preserve battery health, prevent sudden shutoffs, and lengthen overall lifespan. Technical leaks hint that such integrated cooling is non-negotiable for eVTOL craft, given the intense power draw. If these details hold true, Cyberfold's design team clearly prioritized reliable flight safety. Price disruption. If a real flight-capable scooter retailed for around $2,000, it would rewrite personal mobility economics. Historically, eVTOL prototypes or small electric aircraft have cost tens of thousands, if not millions, putting them well beyond everyday consumers' reach. By claiming a mass-market price, the Cyberfold rumor challenges the notion that personal flight belongs only to luxury buyers or specialized industries. It suggests a future where flight is as routine as riding a bike. Of course, skeptics abound. How can advanced hardware, robust safety measures, and lithium-ion technology come so cheap? Could it be a promotional tactic, or are manufacturing efficiencies truly that advanced? Either way, the possibility of such affordability has stirred up fierce debate among tech watchers. BYD and affordability. The rumored involvement of BYD, a major Chinese manufacturer well known for electric buses, cars, and batteries, adds weight to the story. BYD has often championed cost-effective green solutions, including fleets of electric buses used in cities worldwide. Some argue that if anyone can mass-produce a low-cost flying scooter, it might be BYD, leveraging its large-scale production lines and battery expertise. However, official sources have neither confirmed nor denied the existence of a Cyberfold eVTOL. BYD's success in lowering electric vehicle prices is well documented, making them a prime candidate for tackling the challenge of accessible flight. Whether or not the final product bears the BYD name, many see their involvement as a sign of serious engineering behind the scenes. The Jetson 1 comparison. While the Cyberfold remains unverified, other personal eVTOLs have made tangible progress. One standout example is the Jetson 1, developed by Swedish startup Jetson Aero. Priced at nearly $100,000, the Jetson 1 can fly for about 20 minutes. Sporting 8 electric motors, it weighs roughly 86 kilograms and offers a new dimension of commuting freedom to those who can afford it. The craft's test flights have been publicly documented, proving that a personal flying machine is possible. Comparing Jetson's premium price to rumors of a $2,000 scooter heightens the sense of mystery. If the Jetson 1 is real, how could something like Cyberfold undercut it by such a huge margin? That question remains unanswered. Challenges for urban planning. Maneuvering a flying scooter may sound thrilling, but widespread adoption introduces complexities for city officials. Urban planning revolves around ground-level traffic, with roads, bridges, and rail lines carefully mapped. If personal air travel rises, who decides flight corridors, landing zones, and altitudes? Potential collisions, noise, and air congestion become real problems. Despite the enthusiasm, many local governments still lack guidelines for low-altitude personal aircraft. Adding to the difficulty is the patchwork of rules across municipal, regional, and federal jurisdictions. As some cities investigate vertiports to host eVTOL landings, others remain unprepared. The question is whether the promise of reduced traffic offset by flight-based challenges is enough to prompt major overhauls in urban infrastructure. From gridlock to skyways, studies show that major metropolises struggle with traffic congestion, costing billions in lost productivity annually. Widening roads or adding subways is expensive and takes years. This is where aerial mobility enters the conversation. NASA's research on urban air mobility suggests that small, electric craft could cut commute times by up to 60% during rush hours, bypassing ground logjams. If the rumored Japanese scooter can safely dodge traffic with vertical takeoff, it might shift everyday thinking about commuting. Instead of being stuck for hours, travelers could ascend into a near-empty sky. E-bikes and e-scooters already lessen road crowding, but the next frontier, flying, could be transformative. Yet, how do we ensure everyone can share that airspace peacefully? Regulatory gray areas. A crucial hurdle remains regulation. Are these craft classified as aircraft under aviation authorities like the FAA or as advanced drones? E-bikes and scooters typically follow traffic laws on the ground, but eVTOLs blur the line, potentially requiring pilot licenses, flight certifications, and adherence to air traffic control protocols. In the United States, for example, any craft operating above a certain altitude falls under federal oversight, though local governments may regulate takeoff and landing. The rumored cyberfold, if mass-produced, could trigger a regulatory scramble. Without a new category that recognizes low-altitude personal flight, owners might find themselves in a legal gray zone. Public safety is paramount. With no clear guidelines, obtaining widespread acceptance might be difficult. International approaches. While the US navigates these complexities, other nations are also laying groundwork. In Japan, authorities have shown interest in future-oriented transportation, exploring methods to reduce congestion and accommodate an aging population. Hence, rumors placing the scooter's launch in Japan ring plausible. Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry has previously supported drone delivery tests, indicating a readiness to embrace low-altitude craft. Meanwhile, in Europe, agencies coordinate with the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, ASA, to craft uniform rules for eVTOLs. Dubai's ambitious autonomous transport strategy aims for 25% of all transport to be driverless by 2030, including aerial taxis. These global developments reveal that personal air mobility is not just hype. It's an emerging frontier that multiple governments are seriously studying. Potential safety concerns. Any talk of personal flight summons inevitable safety questions. Engine failures, battery malfunctions, or collisions could have dire consequences. While an electric scooter gliding at ground level may cause minor injuries in a crash, an airborne device's risks are far greater. Parachute systems, propeller guards, and robust pilot training protocols might become mandatory. Jetson 1, for instance, features triple redundant flight computers and ballistic parachutes to mitigate potential failures. If cyberfold exists, It would presumably also need advanced safety features to gain official approval. Accidents involving drone deliveries have already raised eyebrows, so personal eVTOLs will likely face even stricter scrutiny. Without strong safety assurances, regulators and the public may resist airborne scooters, regardless of cost. The environmental question. Although electric flight emits no direct exhaust, the broader environmental impact is worth weighing. Producing batteries, motors, and frames demands raw materials, many of which have carbon-intensive supply chains. Beyond manufacturing, recharging large batteries requires electricity, which could come from fossil fuel sources in certain regions. On the other hand, replacing combustion engine vehicles with electric air transport might reduce pollution in congested cities, improving air quality. eVTOLs might cut noise compared to helicopters, but multiple small craft buzzing overhead could create new noise pollution concerns. Some see personal aerial travel as a green solution. Others fear it shifts environmental burdens elsewhere. Determining the net effect likely depends on local power grids, recycling programs, and how widely the technology spreads. Kawasaki's K-Racer X1. In Japan, not all futuristic flying projects revolve around BYD rumors. Kawasaki Heavy Industries has been developing the K-Racer X1, an unmanned VTOL designed primarily for logistics and emergency response. With a supercharged motorcycle engine similar to the Ninja H2R, it boasts impressive power and can carry substantial cargo. Early demonstrations showcase the craft's ability to hover and maneuver in tight spaces, hinting at potential roles in delivering urgent supplies or assisting during disasters. Though not intended for personal commutes, it signals that major manufacturers see serious applications for small-scale aviation. As these prototypes advance, they expand the market for eVTOL technologies, sparking interest in everything from industrial transport to personal flight. NASA's vision. Even in the United States, institutional research supports the push for urban air mobility. NASA has led initiatives exploring how small eVTOLs could reshape transportation networks. Their studies suggest that short-distance flights can significantly cut travel times in congested regions. Collaborating with private companies, NASA tests advanced propulsion systems and air traffic management solutions. The idea is that a robust network of mini airports or designated launch pads might allow people to hop between points across busy metro areas. If an affordable scooter emerges, it could dovetail with NASA's vision of safer, cleaner skies. But even NASA acknowledges the challenge of ensuring thousands of low-altitude craft don't cause chaos. The research continues, inching us closer to real implementations. The Dubai Case Study. Dubai's leadership has been quick to embrace futuristic transit solutions, from Hyperloop concepts to pilotless air taxis. Their Roads and Transport Authority partnered with companies like EHang and Volocopter to test autonomous aerial vehicles. Demonstration flights showed the feasibility of short city hops by air, generating global headlines. Regulations remain under development, balancing technology's promise with public safety demands. Plans call for specialized air taxi stations near popular destinations. As the city aims for a quarter of its transport to be autonomous by 2030, Dubai offers a glimpse of how swiftly eVTOL integration might unfold under supportive policy. Although it's a smaller city-state with unique resources, Dubai's experience underscores that real, government-backed urban air systems are no longer pure fantasy. Vertiports and air traffic. One puzzle is how to handle the sky once hundreds or thousands of small aircraft take wing. Traditional air traffic control focuses on commercial airlines cruising at high altitudes. Low-altitude flight demands a different approach, possibly involving automated systems that track each craft in real time, preventing collisions. Some proposals suggest geofencing around sensitive zones, like airports or government buildings. Creating a network of vertiports will require new safety standards, especially if vehicles can land among pedestrians. In the near term, limited pilot projects might keep flight volumes low. However, mass adoption, imagined by enthusiasts of the rumored cyberfold, would mean an entirely new air traffic management structure. The scale of that undertaking cannot be overstated, raising the question, is society ready? The role of design and noise. A major factor shaping public acceptance is noise. Helicopters and conventional drones generate significant rotor sound, which could become intolerable if multiplied across a city skyline. As a result, designers of next-generation eVTOLs are experimenting with smaller, more numerous rotors that spin rapidly, reducing the pitch of the noise. Some incorporate acoustic shielding or advanced aerodynamics to dampen sound. Interiors also demand comfort and crash protection, which add weight and complexity. The rumored cyberfold might feature a minimalistic design, focusing on bare necessities to keep costs low. But no matter the brand, quiet operation is crucial for widespread adoption. Without it, neighborhoods could reject personal flight en masse. Silence may be the key to success in urban skies. A glimpse into multimodal future. Imagine a typical morning commute. You leave your apartment, unfold a small electric scooter to the nearest vertiport, then lift off in minutes. 10 blocks away, a rooftop station awaits. From there, you might catch a train or continue on an e-bike to your office. This multimodal tapestry is what urban planners often envision, a seamless blend of ground, rail, and air solutions. NASA's studies, Dubai's aerial taxi tests, and Japan's progressive stance all point toward integrated systems. Electric flight won't replace subways or cars entirely, but it could fill gaps for mid-range travel. If an ultra-affordable model like Cyberfold emerges, it may accelerate this shift. Before long, the notion of purely ground-based traffic might feel antiquated. Will the Cyberfold become real? Despite the buzz, official confirmation of Cyberfold's production remains absent. BYD has not publicly unveiled a $2,000 flying scooter. Some analysts doubt the feasibility of such a low price, suspecting it's either a wild rumor or an early-stage concept. Others note that big corporations often develop prototypes in secret, testing them before any official reveal. The hype could also be the result of leaked designs or misinterpreted technology demonstrations. Regardless, the conversation has sparked legitimate interest in cost-effective eVTOL solutions. Even if Cyberfold never materializes exactly as rumored, it's a beacon of possibility. It suggests that the dream of everyday flight is inching closer, driving competition and innovation in the global mobility arena. The future of urban flight. Whether or not Cyberfold arrives soon, the concept of personal flight is no longer limited to science fiction. Real prototypes like Jetson 1, as well as advanced projects from Kawasaki, EHang, or Volocopter, prove that compact eVTOLs are achievable. NASA's involvement and Dubai's pilot tests confirm government interest in shaping a sky-based transport ecosystem. And if any manufacturer cracks the affordability code, the impact could be transformative. In a generation, we might witness everyday city dwellers zipping overhead on eVTOL scooters. Roads would share the load with mini air lanes, drastically reducing traffic jams and commute times. That future hinges on political will, infrastructure investment, and robust safety frameworks. The sky is calling, and soon it might be open for all. The story of this rumored flying scooter may be shrouded in questions, but it highlights our shifting relationship with technology and travel. Who knows what new wonders will appear next? Thanks for watching.